Okay, confession time. I've been holding on to my phone for like 5 minutes thinking about what I was going to talk about, and only now have I figured out what I'm going to talk about. It's Tuesday, everybody! Yes, I call Tuesday the funny day of the week. Partly because if you're a fan of Kim Possible and you saw the series finale, you know exactly why. Anyway, so it's pretty obvious. I post videos on Facebook, and I do check Facebook a little more often than I used to. But obviously, since I'm on Facebook, there's a few groups that I've joined. And one of them is the I Heart Cuculate group, or I Love Cuculate group. It's a heart emoji in the title. The point is, it basically means I love Cuculate. It's a Facebook group I've been on for a couple years now. My brother and my sister-in-law are both on there too. Love you guys. And I guess I should talk about my history up at Cuculate, because it's not just my history, but it's my entire family's history. Way back in like the 1960s, my grandparents on my father's side bought their cottage up there around the time my father was around, I think he was around 4 years old when he got it. And our entire family has been going up there at least to celebrate Memorial Weekend for many, many, many years. In fact, only 1 year we never did that, and that's because my grandmother had to go through some surgery. But, obviously she's fine now. That's me, knocking on wood. And, yeah. We've been going up to Cuculate all our lives, and hope to continue doing that for the future. And don't worry, I'm definitely doing a video as to what our place looks like. Although, if for whatever reason you're driving up Cuculate and you happen to be on the east side, if you see a giant open field and in the center of that field you see a sign that says Cutler Country, that's going to be us. So, there's that. And over the years, my grandparents had the idea to build a building referred to as an A-frame up near the top of the hill where the highway is, thinking that their children, or my father and my aunt, my uncle, everybody else, were going to stay up there, and my grandparents were going to be near the water, when the opposite ended up being true instead. I mean, my grandparents don't really go up to the lake so much anymore because, let's be honest, they're getting up there in age, which, it's fine. They do come up every once in a while, which is great. But it's also fine because, I still get to go up there. I go up there a lot. I mean, I haven't been to the cottage since... Well, I did stop briefly at the cottage after we closed it down before I went to the after party that was at the Switzerland Inn. See, the Switzerland Inn is a really popular place. It's actually about a mile north of where my family's cottage is. And last November, I actually went to their closing out party or whatever for the year. That was actually a really good time. But, I stopped by our cottage because there was actually something that was there that I needed to grab, even after we closed it down. You're probably thinking, Nick, if you love talking about it so much, why don't you just go up there now? Because there's no water and there's no heat up there. There's, electricity to turn on, one light as of now, and that's it. There's no reason for me to be up there right now, because it was November when I went up there last time. And I swear it was colder inside of the house than it was outside. So, yeah. Unfortunately, our place is not winterized like many other people do. Have it. So, I mean, my grandfather on mother's side also has a cottage up there, and he lives there all year round, but he actually rebuilt his whole building, only to have it winterized, and he's able to live up there all year. So, as of some of the things we do, I mean, It's typically not that much different than what we normally do outside of, swimming and, skiing and stuff like that. I mean, we'll lounge around, watch TV. Saturday night is usually when we go to church because whoever likes to wake up early on Sunday morning? And we'll go out to dinner. And you know what? I think I should also talk about places that I highly recommend. Up at the Keuka Lake area. Because there's a lot of them. Let's see. Outside of Hammondsport, you have the Pleasant Valley Inn. Very, very eloquent place. Very nice. Used to be run by a husband and wife duo, but now I forget who works it now. But it's still really good. In Hammondsport itself, you have the Village Tavern. You have, I forget the name. It's like Burgers, Beer, and some whatever. But that place is really good. Good country fried steak there. There's also the Timberstone Grill, who my father's company actually did the flooring for. Also very good. And that's just in Hammondsport. Outside of Branchport, you have a little place called the Valley Inn. Not the Pleasant Valley Inn I just described earlier. The Valley Inn is sort of like a biker bar or whatever. But I will say this. They have some of the best wings in that area. Seriously. Go there. It's a little bit out of the way, but when you get there, it's worth it. And near my family's cottage, I already said this before, but the Switzerland Inn, always fun. And then there's Penn Yan itself. Let's see. Oh goodness, there's a lot of places in Penn Yan. They have a China King, and they have a Mark's Pizza if you want pizza and or Chinese. They have they have a few chain restaurant staples. They have a McDonald's. They have a Dunkin' Donuts. They have a Taco Bell. Seriously, of all places, why Taco Bell? Taco Bell isn't that good. Anyway, there's I mentioned this a few days ago in my dessert full course menu video, but Seneca Farms. Seriously, every time I ever drive by Seneca Farms, that place is so good, it's standing room only from the window. I can see through the window, it's standing room only. It's crazy. That's how good their ice cream is. And honestly, their menu isn't just ice cream. So, that should tell you something right there. There's one place I do love, there's the Wagner. The Wagner is good. I haven't been to the Keuka Diner, but I've heard good things about that. But a place we've been going to the most often. Oh, right, one more. Top of the Lake. It used to be called Saracens, but now it's called Top of the Lake. That's another really good place. But the place we've been going to most often, I'm sorry I keep rambling, or going off tangents, is a place called the Antique Inn. That place will treat you like family. A lot. And it's great. Wonderful, wonderful manager. She's great. Everything about that place is awesome. And there are a few farmers markets up on Keuka. You have Indian Pines, for fresh produce. The Windmill. The Windmill is also a really good farmers market up there. And actually, as long as I'm talking about that area, I probably should talk about Bath too, because I mentioned this in my pizza video, but there also is a Pudgy's and there also is a Rico's. So yeah, if you guys are fans of those places, they have it up there. I haven't really been to Bath very often. Although, there's one donut shop in Bath on Liberty Street. And for the life of me, I can't remember the name of what it's called. But they have these things called Long John Jelly Donuts. I am not a jelly donut person. Those are the best jelly donuts I've ever eaten. I'm not even kidding. They're that good. But I already said it's on Liberty Street, so I'm sure you can find it if you find yourself in Bath at all. And yeah, that entire area I love to death. I mean, I haven't even talked to. Oh right, I forgot about the vineyards. The vineyards are amazing. I mean, you have But, you know, the one that sticks out, you know, Heron Hill, Bully Hill, and there's a few vineyards near my family's cottage. I'm not even kidding, they're everywhere. It's great. Seriously, believe it or not, the Finger Lakes region was wine country before wine country was wine country. Someone's going to get what I mean. I hope they do. So, yeah. Talked about all the great places. I mean, the scenery is beautiful. The locations out there are always nice. And one more thing I should mention. My grandfather on my mother's side is actually on the board of directors at the Curtis Museum. And they've been doing a lot of work at that place. You guys should check that place out. It's really cool. And yeah, I think I've rambled on about how beautiful all the scenery is at Keuka Lake. Or, you know what? Don't take my word for it. Go to the Our Heart Keuka Lake Facebook group page yourself. You get a lot of really nice people posting some really intricate looking beautiful pictures up there at all times of the year. In fact, some of the best photos I've seen were when they were taken on Christmas morning for when people live up there. I'm not even kidding. It's great. But, yeah. That's about all I have to say for now. This video actually went a lot louder than I thought it would. But, again, as always, I'm humbled that I'm making these videos for you guys to watch. I'm hopeful that we all have a wonderful day. And remember, if you guys ever want to talk, if you guys ever want to chat, I'll always be here to lend an ear, and I will always have your back. Take care, everyone.